What's going on, Wolfpack? Time again for another wolfofbricks.com update. I am Jim, and of course, this is where we talk about Lego investing and reselling. So we have a lot to get into today. Just want to remind everybody, if you haven't seen the previous video, we are doing the giveaway for the Best Bin Duel. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll go ahead and stick a link right here so you can go ahead and check that out and enter in the contest. The contest will conclude this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I will pick a winner, and then I will announce the winner next week at the beginning of next week. So if you haven't had a chance to enter yet, please feel free to go ahead and do that. Right now you're looking at yahoofinance.com. When it comes to charts, stock charts, I use Yahoo Finance a lot. I think it's better than Google, believe it or not. But this is the Dow Jones Transportation Average. And the reason why I'm pulling this chart up and not the regular Dow Jones chart is because anytime there is a downturn or upturn when it comes to the stock market, you're able to get a preview of that on Dow Transportations versus the regular Dow. And you can see right here, I mean, this right here is COVID right here back in 2020. So it's not terrible. There have been some scares, some fears about a recession. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I've had a lot of people come up to me and they've said, hey, can you do a video on the recession? I don't necessarily know how to do that the best way and apply that to Lego and other stuff. So I'm just using the topic of a recession in the icebreaker portion of this video. But when you go ahead and you max it out, you could see, you know, things aren't terrible. This right here is, of course, the housing crisis. And it does look like we're doing pretty good. It looks like there might be a soft landing like the Fed Chairman Powell said. I'm hoping that's the case. At the same time, I'm hoping that a soft landing does not mean that there is a lost decade when it comes to the economy like Japan had in the 90s. So just wanted to give my take on that. And something else I'm going to mention that is kind of loosely a part of this is right now you're looking at watchcharts.com. If you don't know, in my opinion, watchcharts.com is very similar to Camel 3X and Brick Economy, but much more better, if that makes sense. And you can see right here, this is the price of a Rolex Daytona Cosmograph. Now you can see the price has been going down over the last 6 months. I can't pull it out to a year or 3 years because I have to pay for that, and I already have too many subscriptions as it is. I'm already a paid member to a watch group on Telegram, so I'm just not going to go ahead and pay for that information now. But I remember, because I've been lurking for maybe a year and a half, that the Rolex Daytona at some times was selling close to $40,000. It was just crazy. And you can see right here, it has come down to $29,000. Now, the funny thing is, this website, and I like this website a lot, this website is an aggregator, right? So it's not looking at other things that are going on in the market other than what's online. And I recently saw a Rolex Daytona sell for $17,500. So that's just crazy. Why am I mentioning Rolexes in a Lego video? Well, because when it comes to Lego, and I've been doing this for years, so everybody knows my loyalty and my preference towards Lego. But if you were to say to yourself, you know what, I want to start to collect physical assets that might appreciate, I think Rolex watches are one of the ways to do it. In the past, you could do gold and silver. Gold is okay, right? But silver is controlled by JP Morgan, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But despite some attempts, nobody's going to crash the silver market. It would be honestly great if something like that were to happen and everybody bought up the silver, but it's never going to happen. It's been tried and tested many times, and the government and the banks know how to deal with people in regards to that. And I have been chatting with watch dealers occasionally, and they said, you know, during the housing crisis, the Rolex Daytonas were going for like $7,000. I highly doubt that these watches will be going for $7,000. If they do, then we have some serious problems, in my opinion. But this is something of value, something that people collect, and it does appreciate over time. So just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. All right, so we are going to talk about Harry Potter today, and I highly encourage you to stick around to the very end. I have, in my opinion, a big announcement. This is going to be a thank you to everybody that subscribed. This is going to be a giveaway, but a giveaway that I'm giving to everybody, not just retired Lego set contest. But this right here is the Harry Potter Hogwarts Astronomy Tower. Love this set. This, I think, is a very, very, very underrated set. If someone were to say to me, would you want $10,000 worth of the Harry Potter Astronomy Tower or $10,000 of the Back to the Future DeLorean? I would definitely take this. This checks off a lot of boxes for me, and it is a good price. When I say it's a good price, it's $99.99. You could get it for cheaper if you know what you're doing. But the thing is, when it comes to amateur resellers, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, there are hobbyist resellers, they're, in my opinion, not willing to go in deep and buy 50 of these, right? They might buy one or two, and so there's an opportunity out there, right? When you could, I don't want to say corner the market, but you can have a good chunk of this set. You know, I'll just go ahead and throw the US Capitals out there as an example. Whenever I was selling them on Amazon, I was the one that had the most quantity. I had over 200. Nobody was going to come close to the quantity I had. A lot of them had 10, 20, 30 at most, right? So if you were to go in deep and have 100, 200, 400 of these sets, you would easily be able to corner the market and be in control of the price, right? So when you go to Camel 3X, you can see right here that this set has sold out in the past. There have been some inventory issues, and you can see the highest that this set went for was 141 and change during Q4 of 2021. Now this set is still available. You could still get it at a discount, again, if you know what you're doing. And this is a set that I really think will do well. In my opinion, this set has the potential to hit $200, not in the first Q4 after it retires, but possibly in the second and definitely in the third. Next up, we have the Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets. Love this set. Again, $143, right? It is an Amazon's choice. Not a lot of people are going to be going in deep on this. Even if this was discounted 20%, I still don't see a lot of people going in on it. The one Harry Potter set that I went the most in on is, I believe, the Great Hall. I think I had maybe 60 or 70 of those. Now, there was a $100 set, and a lot of people liked it, but you don't see a lot of chatter when it comes to the Astronomy Tower in this right here. Again, they're talking about the most trendy sets or this or that. So these are two good low-key sets, in my opinion, that you may want to consider as being part of your brickfolio. When we go to Camel 3X right here, I mean, this is great. The highest it went for is $244 when it sold out, and that wasn't a one-off, right? A lot of times whenever this set just becomes available, you'll see a spike on Camel 3X, and it'll be quick and go back down to RRP. You could see a lot of price action here as it declined. It did decline because there was more stock available. The lowest you could have got this for on Amazon was $119.99, and does the highest price of $244 foretell that this is a set that will have even a higher price point after it retires? That has yet to be determined, but in the end, we will eventually find out. So two quick sets whenever we're talking about Harry Potter. I do want to get to the big announcement. So whenever I say thank you for 5,000 subscribers, I'm not just saying it to say it. As my appreciation for everybody subscribing, I do have something for everybody. You are looking at wolfofbricks.com, our website. And this right here, I'm very proud and happy to announce our first ebook. It's called Go Out There and Get It, The Wolf of Bricks Guide to Lego Reselling and Investing. And let me tell you folks, this book just isn't good. It's insane. It is just insane, right? We do go into a lot of things here. We just don't give you one PDF page and that's it. This is, I think, at least 38 pages. We cover all kinds of topics. We cover the pros and cons of quick flipping, stacking discounts, which is something everybody talks to me about. We talk about selling on Amazon versus eBay. We also go into depth about FBA and FBM, which is, again, something that a lot of people ask me about. We also talk about customer service. I know for those of you that have been watching me for a while, everybody knows I have my own way of how I deal with customer service. This section goes in depth on how to be, a very customer service friendly Amazon seller and eBay seller. We talk about researching market trends, and we also go into online tools. So if there's any Patreon members out there that are watching this and they're saying, well, Jim, this is great, but what do we get? We're VIP members. I got your back. There is a Patreon edition ebook that should be emailed to you as soon as this video was released. There's 5 additional chapters. They go into ungating. They go into all kinds of good things. They talk about ROI versus profit, and they really go into the weeds for you. So every VIP member that's watching this should go to Patreon right now and feel free to go ahead and download it. And one of the many reasons why I did this is because I wanted everybody to get this for free and also have a reference, right? Because people will talk about certain topics on a Facebook group or a forum, and there's a lot of conjecture going back and forth. But this should be a reference where you could look at it and you could be like, okay, and if you wanted to print it out and underline it and make notes and things like that, that's something that you can do. And you could add this Lego reselling guide to your Amazon or eBay business. That's it, friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. Very happy I was able to put this together and share it with all of you. All you need to do is go to wolfofbricks.com and go ahead and download it. Once again, my name is Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.